Hey there, how's it going? This is the video for the final essay and how to prepare for it and how to succeed on it. So this is 15% of your grade. It's a essay that you want to work on throughout the semester. So the first thing you're going to want to do is visit the folder. You could visit it here, or you could visit it down here. Final essay, your choice, right? But both will get you to the same place. So first thing you want to do is click the link and print it out. Print it out and read through it. You also want to print out any hyperlinks that are associated with it, like the Turabian format, Turabian Chicago style format. Let's get that for a second. One of the things I want to bring your attention to are the due dates. So jot those down, be very aware of those. There's 3 due dates. Now keep in mind, each component is a certain percentage of the grade. So let me actually put that in here. 2.5% of the grade, it'll be is based on this part right here, where you'll post to the discussion board and I'll basically which prompt you're going to study and write on, and then also you're going to share some of your references, at least 3 of them, right? And I'll show you where that is in just a second after we go through this document here. This one is also worth 2.5% of your grade. You by December 1st, you will have to 2% of grade. There we go. Of grade. There we go. Okay. And then this one is worth 10% of your grade. So keep that in mind. I realize that writing an essay of this extent might not be something you're particularly familiar with. Keep in mind how much it's worth. It's worth 15% of your grade total. Now that's substantial. You don't want to blow that off. But it's not going to make or break you, right? And it's broken up into components. So if you can just concentrate at least on these 2, do the best you can with these 2, you've got 5% of this assignment's grade locked in. These aren't too surmountable. First draft and your references. The majority of the grade is based on the final draft, obviously, and it's 10% of your grade. So keep that in mind. A note on plagiarism: go through these videos. They're the videos from part of the videos from the orientation. Really be aware of what plagiarism is and what it is not. Do not plagiarize. You will receive an F for the semester, so just don't do it. It's better to turn in a paper that's not going to earn you the greatest grade than to turn in one that will be detected as plagiarism, and I have to take action on it. So just don't do it, and you'll be fine. If you're unfamiliar with what plagiarism is, I highly suggest going through these videos, and then if you have questions, let me know. Okay. The citation requirements, you have to use Turabian, so just follow the directions from here. They're pretty explicit. And do know that Microsoft Word, investigate it, but Microsoft Word actually will plug in your citations. So if you get familiar with how to use that tool under references, it'll do it for you. You just have to know what information to actually put into it. It'll put all the information together for you. I believe this is also a kind of a work sheet that will help you do with it as well, this link right here. But just get familiar with it. But it will be necessary to cite in Turabian for this assignment. First thing you want to realize is do not use outside sources. Don't use outside sources. Don't use outside sources. Let me repeat that. Do not use outside sources. All of your content, and there's enough content in this course, will derive from this course, right? The lectures, the assigned reading, any movies that we've watched. If it's been within the content of this course, it's fair game. Anything outside of this course will receive a 0 for the assignment. It's actually there to protect you. I get too many students using sources that are not sources whatsoever. They're just from some guy's blog, or I get students falling in danger to plagiarism. So just use, there's enough content in this course to write this paper, so only use the content within this course. All total the student's paper must have at least 13 citations from the course throughout their paper. Let me get rid of that. Too many words there. So how to do that? What exactly needs to be within your citation and your bibliography? Each unit, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, right? Each unit has to be cited twice. Not once, not none, but twice, at least, right? If you get more, excellent. But at least twice per unit. So from unit 1, 2 citations. From unit 2, 2 citations, so on and so forth, until you get to the 5th unit, and that will give you a total of 10. The students must cite at least 3 sources from the links listed below. Let me show you what those are. That's down here. So once you pick your essay prompt, take a look at just the titles, and it'll give you a sense of what, if any of these articles or links, some of them are films, will be useful to you. So you have to cite at least 3 of those as well to get credit for this assignment. And that is no credit, right? You can have your paper could be great, but if you don't have 13 cites in there, that's the first thing I'm looking for. Your paper will get a 0. So make sure you have 13 citations. Not hard to do. Not hard to do. One thing you want to do, though, is in quoting, it's okay to quote. In fact, it's welcomed, but be limiting with your quoting. You don't want it should be very rare that you're going to use a quote that's more than 2 lines, right? So, but you could simply referencing information is good enough. Paraphrasing is fine. Quoting is great, but you don't want to pad your paper with quotes, right? That just basically demonstrates that you know how to copy and paste and put quotations around things you've copied and pasted and submit a paper, right? And so that'll earn you about a D or a C on this assignment. If you're unsure with, well, what is Turabian? And that would be a good question, because you probably have never used Turabian. Turabian is just what is used in history papers. So once you're familiar with it, it's easy. But here's some examples of papers. You can go through those on your own. Click through there, and it'll show you within the paper the endnotes that it uses and the bibliography. So go through those papers as well as going through that, and you'll get up to speed real quick on that. Paper requirements: must have an introduction. Essay must have a clearly stated thesis, right? It should have a body, right? So, and then a conclusion. Your paper should be 8 to 12 pages in length. Standard margins, 12 font and double spaced, right? So just stick with that and you'll be okay. Do not use first or second person. No I's. If I see it, let me just put this in there. Any use of the first or second voice will, it's this important, will earn a 0 for the assignment. Just don't do it. This is an academic class. It's an academic paper. Don't use first or second person. Only use third person. Only write in the third person. I'll leave it at that. If you have any questions of why that is, let me know. Some of you probably already realize that you're not supposed to write in first or second person in an academic paper. But if you have questions, let me know, and I'll let you know. And no problem. But yeah, just write in third person. It's just the way it's done, so you want to accept that. Okay, so you want to choose one of the following essay prompts. Choose one of the following essay prompts to write your paper on. If you have another prompt in mind that you would like to explore, email me promptly to get approval. right? So you might not even have a fully articulated prompt. You just have an idea of what you would rather write instead of what's down here. Email it to me, and if I think it is something that could be explored within the content of this course, then I might be able to put your idea within an essay prompt and then give that to you, right? But there should be, but do go through this pretty thoroughly. There should be enough room in here for everybody to kind of work with according to their own interests in this course, right? So best thing to do is really think about, well, what looks most interesting, and then as you go through this course, as you're preparing for the quizzes, as you're preparing for the weekly exams, as you're preparing for the unit exams, you also want to be working on this. This is not something you want to put off towards the end of the semester. You definitely will fail this assignment if you put it off to the end of the semester. But if you work as you go, you'll be fine. And so if you have a good idea about which one of these prompts you want to write on, then as you see information that seems to help you get a better idea of how to respond to this essay prompt and develop it, jot that down. Just make or put it aside somewhere or reference it somehow, because if you do that, then it'll kind of do the work for you. It's always a good idea to have these guys handy, some index cards, right? And so as you come across information that helps you respond to one of these essay prompts, you can just write it down and then where you got it from. Don't make a mental note of it because you won't remember. Don't go, oh yeah, I'll come back to this later on this essay on the American Revolution. You'll forget, right? If you write it down, even when you forget, you go, oh yeah, I wrote it down. It's right there. It's right. So it's always handy to have a stack of these, and then you could just kind of put your index cards together when you're getting ready to write. And you might find that the index cards will kind of help you almost write the paper itself. So go through each one of these essay prompts right now. And if you have any questions about the essay prompts, email me promptly, and I'll give you a little, if you need a little bit more clarification at what I'm getting at, I could attempt to offer you some clarification on that. Or if there's some words within the essay prompts that don't make any sense to you, definitely email me and I'll help you out with that. So yeah, that's it for the, some good writing tips down here. So go through that and let me take us back to Blackboard. So back to the final essay folder. The first thing you want to realize is that this is where you'll submit all of your work for this paper. So the first assignment is that you are going to choose a prompt by November 3rd, right? So plenty of time to prepare for that and to think about it. Don't put it off till the last minute, though. You want to really give this some thought, because by then you also want to have some references. So what you're going to do is you're going to click this, and in here there will be some threads. Actually, let me put those in there now so you can see it. Hold on a second. Let me push pause and I'll come right back. So what you're going to do is post to the prompt you're choosing to write on, right? So let's look at this real quick so you can see what I'm talking about. In here, this is corresponding through prompt 1 through 5, as corresponding to the 5 prompts that are available. Let me bring those up again so we can all see it right here. Right, so this is prompt 1, right, all the way to here. Prompt 2, right, prompt 3, prompt 4, prompt 5. So you're going to choose one of those to respond to. And then what you're going to do to respond to those, what you're doing is, your first responsibility is you must include 3 references from the course contents using Turabian format due by 11/3, November 3rd. In other words, you're going to write a bibliography for at least 3 references, at least 3 references. You have more, excellent. So this is why, as you're going through the material, preparing for the quizzes, preparing for the weekly exams, preparing for the unit exams, have some index cards so you can reference things as you work, rather than going, oh gosh, this thing's due today. Let me go through all of the content that I've already gone through and go through it again so I can find some references to satisfy the requirements for this assignment. Don't touch things twice. right? Work as you go, and you'll be fine, right? It'll help you keep an idea of this paper, so you're not having magic thinking and thinking, oh, if I just click a few things, I could pass this course. You have to actually do the work, and work as you go. And if you do that, you'll be fine in this course. So keep all of that in mind. So that's the first thing you're going to do. The second thing you're going to do is by the 5th of November, you must respond to 2 other posts from students whose prompt is different than yours by posting one reference in Turabian format for that post. So let's bring it up again. Let's say you choose prompt 5, right? And you've put in your at least 3 Turabian references and bibliography form as indicated in the links I've shared. Just look at the format and follow the format. Now you have to find 2 other posts different than yours and see if you could share some references. You not see, but you will share some references from the content on that post, right? And someone else is going to do this for you too. And so in doing this, you could look at your own post and go, oh, okay, that's a good reference, or go, no, that's not a good reference. Wonder why they put that in there, that kind of a thing. Okay, so that's what you want to post. There is some extra credit available if you also post within this discussion board at least 1 page of a working draft. You can earn up to 1% extra credit towards this assignment, right? So that's substantial, right? If you can also earn up to 2% extra credit. Let me emphasize up to. You don't necessarily get it if you have a working draft of at least 2 pages or more, right? So yeah, just know that's an option, right? Don't put too much pressure on yourself to get something like that done, but if it's available to you, do it. Absolutely. And the other 2 requirements is the first draft is due December 1st, which is 2.5% of the grade for the assignment. Student must submit first draft. Your paper should be at least 5 pages at this point, submitted no later than December 1st. And then the paper is absolutely due by December 12th. That'll be 10% of the assignment grade. So all total, this will be worth 15% of your grade. Now notice the date, it's December 12th. That's the last day of the semester. There's also the unit exam due that day as well. So just be aware of that. You don't have to wait until December 12th to submit this paper or to start and complete the final Unit 5 unit exam. I would do what you can to work ahead in this course so you can what I would suggest is working towards getting that unit exam done earlier rather than later, maybe at least a few days earlier, and then that will give you at least the last few days of the semester to work on your final essay in this course, and you don't have to worry about the essay. So just keep that in mind. Keep those dates in mind. It's a mini semester, so things kind of get condensed towards the end within a condensed course. I think that's all I have to say about this. Please let me know if you have any questions, concerns. The biggest advice I can get is work as you go. This is not something you want to wait till the end of the semester. The end of the semester is going to happen. So avoid magic thinking. Avoid thinking that, oh, that day will never come, right? It's coming. So work as you go, and you'll be fine, right? You guys can do this. Go forth and be great. Email me if you have any questions.